Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLA35 AMG. So this one has a good amount of options and packages. It does have the premium package and the exterior lighting package, and it does have things like heated seats, the Napa leather / microfiber steering wheel, and the 21-inch, and a few other things. But let me go ahead and show you all the features this AMG GLA35 has. Under the hood, there is a 2.0 turbocharged inline-4. It is connected to an 8-speed DCT transmission. This engine produces 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are not too bad on this engine. 22 in the city, 29 highway, and 25 combined, and 0 to 60 in this AMG GLA35 is 5.2 seconds. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2023 GLA35. If you guys are interested in these standard features, go ahead and pause the video. And the price with destination and with the packages this one has is $58,000 even. If you guys are curious about the color is called Iridium Silver, and it does look pretty good on this GLA35. There is the 250 GLA, GLA35 AMG, and then GLA45 AMG. If you need the non-performance or non-AMG, then go with the GLA 250. It does come in, I believe, front-wheel drive, and it does come in 4MATIC. By the way, this GLA35 has a good amount of packages. It does have the premium package and the exterior lighting package, and it does have a few options like heated seats, the performance Napa steering wheel, which is a $500 option, the $2,000 rims, and a few other things. Coming to the front, I like the front of this GLA. Grille has a really nice design to it. Finished in flat black and chrome. Mercedes-Benz logo is nice and big. It is the sensor for the emergency braking. There is another Mercedes-Benz logo on the hood, and there is a little bit of gloss black with chrome and flat black for the headlights. Everything right here is LED, and that's expected from a $58,000 SUV. Daytime running lights look good. Turn signal indicators are nice and bright, and the high and low beam are sitting in projector tubes. Front end looks good, as I said, and there is a bottom grille, front parking sensors in the front right here, and as I said, there's some flat black, gloss black, and yeah, the front end looks pretty good. Not very aggressive. If you guys need something a little bit more aggressive, then go with the GLA 45. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this GLA35. Here is the side view of this Mercedes-Benz GLA35. Side view looks alright. Good amount of chrome, which I don't like. For a performance SUV, I would definitely go with all black around. So all the window trims are finished in chrome. I would get the night package, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the right package to choose to basically black out all the exterior trims. And for the rims, they are almost a $2,000 option. They look good, but again, I really like the blacked out look on performance SUVs and cars. There's a turbo badge with 4MATIC on the fender. On the mirror, there is a blind spot monitoring system and a turn signal indicator. On the roof, there is no sunroof. I really wish there was a sunroof for the price point, and there is some silver roof rails. But side view looks pretty good, nothing too aggressive. I really wish it was a little bit more aggressive for an AMG. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the ground clearance is 6.2 inches, and honestly getting in and out of this SUV is super easy. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this AMG. Here is the back of this GLA35, and honestly, the back doesn't look that aggressive. I really wish it was a little bit more aggressive for an AMG. GLA35 badge is all the way to the right, finished in chrome. Mercedes-Benz badge in the middle, of course, and AMG is all the way to the left. For the taillights, everything back here is LED, and that's expected from a luxury brand. And I love the fact that the taillight housing is blacked out or a little bit dark smoked, so definitely adds a nicer look to the back of this AMG. For the bumper, it is finished in plastic. Not a big fan of that. I really wish that Mercedes-Benz made the bumper finished in the same color as this SUV. There is this nice trim, silver trim. Reflectors have a nice design to them, and I really like the diffuser. It is nice and aggressive, a little bit hard to see, but I'm glad that there is like a nice aggressive diffuser back here. For the exhaust tips are finished in chrome. They're not connected to the exhaust pipe. I really wish they were connected to the exhaust pipe, but honestly, I'm glad that there's no fake exhaust tips back here. And there is a little bit of a nice design right here, like a fake vent. But yeah, overall, the back of this AMG looks alright. I really wish it was a little bit more aggressive, but it does look pretty good from the back. Here's the key of this GLA35. The key looks good and does have a really nice weight to it. This key has 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic button. It does say AMG in the bottom, which is a nice touch to tell you that this is an AMG GLA. Anyways, let's go ahead and open the liftgate. Liftgate has 3 ways to open it. There's one on the tailgate itself, there's one on the key, and there is one inside. Up there is 2 handles, and there is 2 buttons up there. One button to close the liftgate, and the other button is to close the liftgate and lock the SUV. Inside there's actually a decent amount of space, and loading floor is very low, so getting things in and out is super easy. And yeah, it is nice and wide. There is a halogen light, or LED lights, but yellow LED light right here on the left. There's a nice storage place. There's a 12 volt right here. Some tie downs around this trunk. A little bit of a storage place right here. And let's see what's underneath. Underneath there is the subwoofer, a little bit of storage in there, and there's the fixed flat kit. But yeah, overall decent amount of space in the trunk of this GLA. And by the way, there's this privacy cover that goes up and down when you open and close the lift gate. Here is the door handle of this GLA. The top portion of it is finished in chrome, bottom is finished in that iridium silver. There's a sensor behind the door handle. That's how you unlock the SUV, and to lock it, just tap on this sensor, and this will take care of locking the SUV. Here is the front door panel. The front door panel looks very good. I love the red stitching on this door panel. This is finished in leather. Beautiful double red stitching. There is a silver trim right here, definitely looks good. And this thing right here is finished in suede. I love the double stitching down here. The door handle is finished in silver, and this door handle is actually very light, but it does feel nice and solid. Door locks, seat controls, memory seats, and the heated seat button. This is part of an option. It is a $500 option on this GLA. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks right. I really wish they were finished in silver or brushed aluminum. Them finished in plastic feels a little bit on the cheaper side, but all windows are automatic up and down, by the way. Mirror controls, and I really like the chrome or the silver around them. This GLA has the Burmeister sound system. This is part of an option, $850 option. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the heated seats are $500 option. In the bottom of this door, there's a decent amount of space, nice and big, and this is finished in plastic, which is completely fine. And for the seats, they're nice and comfortable. The red seat belts are part of an option on this GLA. As I said, seats are very comfortable. I love the red stitching. The middle is finished in suede. The side is finished in leather, and here is the lumbar support. And as I said, the seat controls are on the door panel. But let's go ahead and move inside this GLA, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLA35 AMG. It does sound pretty good for a 4-cylinder engine. It does have a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. This steering wheel looks good, flat bottom design. This is part of an option, $500 option, and it is called the microfiber / Napa leather steering wheel. It does look very, very good, and does say AMG in the bottom. I love the silver trims, and yeah, overall steering wheel has a really nice feel in hand, and it is nice and thick. I love the stitching. I love this red trim right here in the center, and you could actually turn on the traction from here. You could put it in manual mode from this button, and you could change the drive mode by rotating this. And yeah, it is such a beautiful steering wheel. Behind the steering wheel there's massive paddle shifters. They feel amazing. And on the right there is the shifter. It is the 8-speed automatic transmission, DCT transmission shifter. Very easy to use. Hit the brake and then move it up, down, or you could just click the button right there and that will put it in park. Right here on the left there is the turn signal controls and wiper controls, and I love the way how the vent looks like. There is ambient lights, by the way, inside this vent. And down here there is the headlight controls. There's a little bit of gloss black right here. This is actually nice and soft. E-brake, headlight controls, fog lights or corner lights I think, and then the brightness controls. And for the screens, there's 2 screens in this AMG GLA35, 10.25 and 10.25. I don't know, but I feel like the 10.25 inch screens look very small now. Most of the cars that I've been reviewing, they do have a 12.3 or even bigger, but yeah, those 10.25 inch screens look a little bit small in this GLA. Very high resolution, and I really love the way how they look. And when you put the SUV in sport mode, the exhaust valves open up, and there is 4 different drive modes: individual, comfort, sport, and sport plus. Let me go ahead and put this SUV in reverse. Here is the backup camera, and you could do wide view or normal view. I think the normal view is wide enough for me. And system is nice and responsive. By the way, it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but they're not wireless in this GLA35. Vents look amazing. As I said, they do have ambient lights inside of them. Here is the engine shut off, so when you come to complete stop, the engine will turn off. Here is the engine start stop. I love the way how it looks, and I love the chrome trim around the buttons. And for the climate controls are very easy to use. Here is the automatic function. Everything displays on the screen, and there is actually a menu button that will take you to the climate controls menu, so everything you're doing you could see it on the screen. Here's the temperature. It does have dual climate control, by the way, and yeah, very easy to use, and I really like the system. As I said, it is nice and responsive. And here are the temperatures, and here is the emergency light button. Down here there is a nice deep storage place, 1 USB Type-C, 1 12-volt, and as I showed you guys, there is a 12-volt in the trunk. Nice cup holders. You could click this button, this plastic comes out. If you have a smaller cup or a smaller bottle, this will hold it better. And I love the gloss black. I love the style of this middle console. As I said, the ambient lights look amazing in this GLA35. Right here there is this touchpad that will control the screen. Go left and right, up and down, home, seek, back, dynamic. This is basically the drive modes. Favorite button, and right here there is some shortcuts, volume, wheel. This right here is to rest your hand and use this pad, traction control, and manual mode. Those buttons are actually on the steering wheel. I did not cover the buttons on the steering wheel. Basically, to control this screen, you could click home, and then you could go left and right, and you could go to any menu you want. You could change the gauges. Let's go ahead and put this thing in sport. Let's go ahead back and change it to something else. So there is a little bit of gauge options you could choose from. There's a back button right here. This sensor right here you could go like left, up and down, left and right, depending on the menu. Cruise controls, and on the right there is the same controls, so you could control that right screen. The right screen could be controlled 3 different ways. It is touch, and it is controlled with those buttons and the pad, voice command, favorite, volume, wheel, and then there is the Bluetooth controls. And yeah, overall the interior looks very nice. The armrest is nice and soft. I love the stitching. Inside there is a very good amount of space, but it is a little bit narrow, but it is nice and deep. One USB Type-C inside. And for the glove box, it is actually very big for a small SUV like this. I love the ambient lights. This is finished in silver, just like the same trim as the doors, or the trim on the doors. The rear view mirror is frameless. It does look good, and seeing out of the back is actually very, very good. There is SOS, Mercedes-Benz Help Me, buttons to turn on the lights. And right here, this one is to turn on the front lights. This button right here will turn on the back lights, and this one is to turn on the right light. Anyways, the visor is hard, but it does feel nice and solid. There is actually a mirror inside, a little bit on the smaller side, but it's not too bad. There's an LED light. It is very, very bright. And let's see if this extends. This one does not extend. Yeah, so this visor does not extend. I really wish it extended, but overall, the interior of this GLA35 is very nice. For the back door panel, it does have the same design as the front. I love the fact that Mercedes-Benz did not cheap out, so there's more of that synthetic / leather material. I love the double stitching. This is finished in suede. Here is a tweeter, and door locks back here. Here is a window switch. Door handle back here actually feels heavier than the front, so I really like the back ones. The armrest is nice and soft, more of that double stitching. This is plastic, which is fine. Good amount of storage place for the back door, Burmeister sound system. And for the back seats are not that spacious. There's a decent amount of leg room, but not that much. There is pockets behind the seats. The seats are nice and comfortable, same thing like the front. There is leather on the side and suede in the middle, and there is a good amount of headroom. By the way, there is some speakers up there, and yeah, definitely good amount of headroom. Leg room is a little bit on the smaller side. Hopping inside, there is air vents back here, storage place, and in the bottom there is 2 USB Type-Cs, 1 outlet. And by the way, there is no armrest back here, but that's how the front of this Mercedes-Benz GLA35 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLA35 AMG. By the way, I am using the Smart S2 gimbal. If you guys are interested in this gimbal, make sure to check it out in the description. I'm going to go ahead and put the link there. But anyways, guys, I would like to thank Mercedes-Benz of North Haven, Connecticut for providing me this GLA35. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put their information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.